to be up here, especially with the array of stars and people who received awards today. Like, this is a really humbling experience. And like Ed said, actually, I had this written, so we didn't coordinate this, but no one accomplishes anything alone. And looking out over this room, I see so many of you who have helped or guided or supported me in my career or as a person. And I want you to know that without you, I would not have this opportunity. So thank you. Thank you specifically to the ICHP board and staff. I'm honored to work alongside you guys. To my Northwestern farm lead, there's a lot of you here. You motivate and inspire me to be my best on a daily basis, and I'm so lucky to be part of such an amazing team. Specifically Desi, who was up here a couple minutes ago, without whom I would not have understood the value of this professional network. And Travis, who has elevated my passion for this opportunity through his mentorship this past year in particular. There's so many more of you that I'd love to name, but I can't because Scott said he would hook me off here if I took too long. So, but I can't stand up here without thanking my family, my parents and my sister, who helped frame who I am. My sister actually helped me write this, so if it's not good, blame her. And my husband and my 4 kids, Aiden, Layla, Kaiser, and Farah, who are my reason. I do crazy things like this to have an impact on the world and to make it better for them to live in. So most of you who know me or who have interacted with me in any way, shape, or form know I'm a little bit cheesy. I am from Wisconsin, right? So for example, I love icebreakers. Yeah, my residents all groaned. Did you hear that? I started a lot of meetings with icebreakers. And one of my favorite questions to ask is, if you had a walkout song, what would it be? Now you're all thinking about what your walkout song would be, right? But I don't have any clue why I would ever need a walkout song. But I feel like everybody should have one, right? Like, have that song that's kind of pumps you up, your theme song that says something about you without you having to say anything. Who's been to a Cubs game, right? Yeah. And as soon as Chris Bryant gets up to bat, we're all singing, "Warm it up, Chris," right? Like we're all super pumped. That's his walkout song. We know something amazing is going to happen. So, what's my walkout song? Taylor Swift's "Ready for It." Oh yeah. If you don't know that song, shame on you. You can download it on Spotify or Apple Music after this program is over. And I do want to make a distinction though, that your walkout song and your favorite song aren't the same, right? Your walkout song has a purpose. Its purpose to pump you up, to inspire you. Makes you want to get up and do something, whether that's dance or hit a home run. And I picked "Ready for It" because that's what it does for me. And it begs the most important question. Are you ready for it? Not are you ready for me? Are you ready for it? The moment you're fighting for. We're all moving in various directions, but towards what and why? What are we going to do when we get there? Are we ready for it when we get there? Are we ready for the opportunity to take the next step, to face the challenge, to achieve your dream, to have an impact? There's lots of things we could choose to impact in pharmacy, but today I'm going to really just focus on 3. First, we're going to talk a little bit about provider status. ICHP as an organization has been a great advocate for provider status in the state of Illinois. This is exceptionally important for many reasons, but I'm going to say something potentially a little controversial. We shouldn't be waiting for provider status to act as providers within the law. But we need to be impacting here in the ways that we know are right and best now. So we're ready for it. Payer strategies are going to change, right? So it's not really about the money. I mean, yeah, we all should be paid for what we do. I don't work for free right now, except for ICHP. Provider status is about value, right? It's about the impact we have on patient care and safety and the healthcare team. We are lucky. We practice in a very progressive part of the country as far as pharmacy is concerned. Yeah, we can accept that as fact and just go with it, or we can seek to stay progressive and continue to improve our practices. Does every patient in your health system or practice area know their pharmacist? Are we impacting their world in the best way possible, or are we just doing our jobs? Is our walkout song stuck in their head, or do they want to just walk out? When I first started dating my husband, I was pretty young, and I wanted to find who I was, right? And I told him that he was a luxury, not a necessity. But he looked at me and he said to me, "You can call me what you want, but I know what I am." Hooked me. It wasn't too long after that that I started calling him my boyfriend, and my fiance, and now my husband of 16 years. He got the status he was looking for, right? I tell this story because we know what we bring to the table. We know what we are. We need to stay present and relevant in the fight for provider status, absolutely. But more importantly, we need to have a positive impact on patient care outcomes, so it can't be denied that that's what we are. Are you ready for it? Similarly, what about technician practice? There have been debates nationally for years about where technician practice fits in the scope of pharmacy practice, specifically in regard to professional organizations. Pharmacists and technicians work hand in hand on the front line. But organizationally, the issues that are affecting technicians are commented on, but there's very few action plans. One of the reasons I'm really proud to be a part of ICHP is as long as I can remember, technicians have been part of this organization. We were a founding member of PTCB. There's a technician track, although we'll debate about what day it happens on, but there's a technician track here at this meeting. We live in a state that requires licensure and certification, which is amazing. That's not true for all states. And what that does is it allows our technicians to have more impact. Is it good enough? There's a technician shortage. Accredited technician training programs are hard to come by, and involvement, although growing, I was very impressed with the number of people who stood up in here. It's a necessity to increase involvement to move the dial on any technician-related issues. Every person on the team needs a walkout song, as they are essential to making an impact. We need to be creative in our approach to technician practice issues and think outside the box to promote engagement. And we all bear the burden of pushing the technicians at the institutions where we work to understand the value of a collective technician voice in pharmacy issues. We need to demand impact. There was a study done many years ago on women in the workplace. I can't remember what company it is, but some company decided to embrace gender diversity before that was really a thing, and they placed one woman in each of their offices across the country. And just one. And because there was only one, the woman was on an island. She was surrounded by her male colleagues, and she often changed her approach to be consistent with that of her male colleagues. But when they put more than one woman, even if it was just two, in the same office, group diversity and productivity changed dramatically for the better because the women felt empowered to use their voice rather than alter it. Technicians, we need more of you at the table. Use your power to impact the direction of pharmacy practice. Are you ready for it? Lastly, I want to talk about the future. Having an impact means leaving a lasting impression for the future, a continued message or legacy. In order for the efforts that we put forth to be truly meaningful, we need to emphasize their importance and incorporate the involvement of the next generation of practitioners. The students, residents, new practitioners. I say often that the reasons that I got into pharmacy are very different than the reasons that I stay in pharmacy. Part of the reason I got into pharmacy was because I could do something meaningful and I could help people, and it seemed like a really logical decision for who I was as a person at the time. But I'll tell you what, I had no clue about being a lifelong learner. about leadership, or about the challenges of the business of healthcare. I was altruistic and a little risk-averse, but now I am purpose-seeking and energized. And I think, what more could I have done if only I had realized that I had a voice earlier? In order to make an impact, we need to make connections with leaders, with organizations, with patients. Learn from the past to form your future, and involvement helps with that. So I love quotes. I think it's because I think in bullet points, so I love little nuggets of information. And my favorite quote is a modified version of a quote from Maya Angelou. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change the way you think about it. It's very empowering. Students, residents, newbies, you have the opportunity to impact this profession in the ways the rest of us can't imagine. You can change it. I encourage you to start now. Use your voice. Get your walkout song stuck in our heads. Whether you ultimately choose health system pharmacy or not is not important. It's important to know what your options are out there, to explore, to find the U-shaped hole in the profession. You can only create that hole by having an impact. Are you ready for it? In closing, I leave you with my hook, not Scott's hook that's going to rip me off because I'm taking too long, but more of a musical hook, right? If you haven't caught on, my theme for this year is impact. And I chose impact because it implies action and change. And we need to be ready to make that impact on patients, on practice, and on each other. Are you ready to have an impact?